Good morning and welcome to the ninth session of the course 21 Days of Writing Systematic Literature Review. In today's session, I'm going to show you how you can analyze the results that you get from your search. So in the last session, I taught you about how to identify your keywords and build your search queries. You should have applied the search queries now, and you should have got the results. Most likely, you can download the results in an Excel spreadsheet using Web of Science, Scopus, or any other database that you have access to. Many a times, what would happen is you will get a large number of results. So maybe in the thousands, 2,000s, 4,000s. And analyzing such information can be a difficult and a challenging task if you purely do it manually. So in today's session, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks using Word, Excel, and a few other websites that will make this process a little bit easier. So let's get started. So what you can see here is an Excel document, Excel sheet that has a number of different columns. Just give me a minute. Let me just sort out a few things on my screen. To read this, to read this. Okay, all right, let's get started now. So you can see on this spreadsheet, let me zoom it in a bit. This is a spreadsheet from Scopus. So you have authors, title of the paper, the year in which it was published, volume, issue, and all the other information that we normally get when you download references. Some of the things that are relevant and important to us are the abstract, author keywords, index keywords, because these are the ones that we are going to use today, year, and title. Okay, so to give you an idea, so this is a total list for a specific keyword, and there are I think around 1,600 results that I have, 1,618 or 1,615 or so results that I have. So doing this manual evaluation of this is going to be a daunting task. So there are some things that we can do to make this job easier. All right. So first of all, what I will do is I'll create an additional spreadsheet here. And if you see at the bottom here, I have in fact sorted out these papers based upon different years, 2020, 19, and so on. But I'm not going to use that. I'm going to work on this completely, this full spreadsheet. I'm creating a new spreadsheet, a new sheet here. And from this, I'm going to copy a few columns: title, year, come back here again. I'll get the abstract, author keywords, and indexed keywords. Okay, so first of all, from this such a long and a sheet with lots of information, we have kind of narrowed it down to 5 columns: title, year, abstract, author keywords, and indexed keywords. Okay, so this is the information that we are going to use today. All right, so first of all, I will take these author keywords and move it to another sheet. And if you see here, these keywords are separated using a semicolon. Okay, so we would want each of these keywords, individual keywords, to be in a separate column so that we can do some form of evaluation. So in this situation, what you should do, there is a very interesting feature within Excel that will help us to kind of convert this into different cells, and I'll show you that in a moment. Plus, but before we do that, I'll go back here, and I will also grab the index keywords that we have gathered and just copy them. And go to the end, and okay, so there's an issue with the copy and paste. What we can do if this happens is select the first here and scroll all the way down, choose this last one, copy, go back and paste. Okay, so you can see there are a lot of keywords that we're dealing with here. Just to remove these common empty spaces in between, we can just go to data, sort. Okay, I need to select the whole area, sort, and yeah, A to Z. All right, so what I've done by doing this is I have removed all the lines in between. So the next thing that I want to do now, I'll get rid of this author keyword as well, is I want to split these individual keywords, sorry, a group of keywords into individual cells. So for that, I'll just select this column, go to text to columns option. It will ask you whether it is fixed width or delimited. I'm going to choose delimited because there is a semicolon in between. Click next. To select a semicolon is the delimiter. Click next. And I want to save it just as a general text. I'll click finish. So now what has happened, you can see here, is each column or each cell now only has one keyword that was there initially. All right. Now what I want to do is I want to take this individual columns, now this is a really long list that I'm dealing with here. Give me a okay, so let's see, I choose this, select, copy, paste. You can use Control-Shift-Home to kind of select all the things in a go. Posted this as well. so let's assume I take all this and then go down to the very end. And I paste it here. Okay, so I'm not going to do it for the rest, all the other columns, all the other things, but that could be equally done. What I want to show you now is if we take this and just imagine this is all the columns that we have. If these are all the words that we have, keywords, I want you now to have a look at this website called writewords.org.uk, and there are two things here. One is there is a words counter, word frequency counter, and what that does is if we copy the keywords from the Excel sheet and paste it here, it will take a few minutes, but it will give you the word frequency of different keywords within frequency of the keywords from your Excel sheet. Okay, so I can say data is the maximum, dashboard 502, information, systems, decision. So the word dashboard has been there in my keyword list for 500 times or 502 times. Similarly, information, systems, decision, and so on and so forth. So this is giving me some information of what the useful words or keywords are within my document. Now I want to go to phrase frequency counter, and I'll show you why. I will again paste the same information that I had, the keywords list. I will choose phrase length to 2 and submit. And now you can see I'm getting words like phrases like decision making, learning analytics, decision support, data visualization. So I'm getting some commonly used keywords from my keywords list. I'll do another phrase count, same words. I will change the phrase length to 3. Now I'm getting decision support system 52 times, healthcare quality, human-computer interaction, computer-aided instruction, electronic medical records, learning analytics dashboard. So I can see here that a lot of articles within my list or keywords that are using these phrases: learning analytics dashboards, electronic health records, clinical decision support. So I can kind of start to infer that the studies that are there in this large list of around 1,600 articles would relate to some of these topics: hospital information systems, graphical user interfaces, and so on. So that is the first step that I wanted to show you, that how you get the list from Excel, identify the keywords, and then check which phrases are commonly used in your in the list. All right, now I want to show you something different on how we can use Word to make some interesting insights. So for that, we are going to copy the title, year, abstract, author keywords, and index keywords. Yeah, so select this, copy, open up a Word document, and you want to paste it as unformatted text. It may take a while, but there are over 1,600 articles here. So you can see there are around 500 or so pages in this list. But now what I want to show you is, by doing this, how to identify some important words in this. Okay, so first of all, I'll delete this bit because this is not required. But what you would see here is we are starting off with the title, then there is the year, then there is the abstract, there are keywords down at the bottom, and both types of keywords. But if you look at this text, it looks all mixed up. So there has to be a way in which you can kind of differentiate where the different elements or different things are. So what you can do for that is, if you see a space like this, just select that and copy. Press Ctrl H. It will open up the find and replace. Copy that space here and replace that with, again, copy the same both here and there, and go to Format, click Highlight, and press Replace All. And it will show you that there are 6,400 replacements that were made. If you think about this number, I had 1,600 references in my reference list. And there are 4 things that we wanted to distinguish: the title, abstract, keywords, and index keywords. So this number is roughly 4 times of my search list. Press OK, press Close. So what now what has happened is, I know now this is the title, this is the year. From here to here is the abstract. And from here on, these are all the keywords. Okay. So that is one thing that you can do in terms of finding out what information you are requiring. Now, if we go back to the word counter or a phrase counter, let me pick up this, say decision support system. I'll copy this. I'll go here in press Ctrl H, and then replace, copy decision support systems. And I'll do the same thing, but now I have that highlight option, which I had previously. I have left it here. Click Replace All. It has made 107 replacements. Okay, let's see those results. And the reason why you can see 107 replacements compared to 52 is because these were only keywords. And in this one, we also have the abstract. So now you can see decision support system here. And that decision support system text is highlighted. So it now becomes easier for you to specifically select some information from your Word document for quick and easy identification or classification of your documents, of your papers. So let's look at another keyword, healthcare quality. Sorry, not this. I need to tag it first. Control H. Healthcare quality, format, highlight. But now what would happen is, if I highlight a lot of things, it may be difficult to find different things. So instead of highlight, I have highlight, but I can also do is change the font. I can keep the same font, but make it a bigger size, say 26. Replace all. 85 replacements were made. Close. Now, if I search for healthcare quality, sorry, I think I made one mistake here. Let me undo. Quality, highlight, and font. Let's make it bold. Okay, Close. All right, now you can see healthcare quality is bold as well as highlighted. So I can easily now know that papers that are related to health or healthcare quality are these ones. So I can move selected papers to a different document if I want to analyze it. Similarly, the same thing we can use for other keywords, such as if I want to find out where the specific problems or solutions, findings, results, these things are mentioned in the abstract, I can just search findings, for example, and replace with findings, highlight, font 20, bold. 125 replacements were done. Close. Let me see. Okay, now you can see the term findings spread across throughout the document all around. So if I'm looking for the findings or results, for that matter, within the search within the Word document, I can use that in this manner. But this again can be challenging. So I want to go back to Excel and show you one more thing. Okay, if you go to Excel here, there is an option for filter. Click this one. That gives you this button. If you click here, there is an option for you to search within Excel for specific items. So if I just search findings, it is giving me two results here. So there is findings in the title and there is findings in the title here. Okay, but there are only two results, so that is not very useful. I'll now go to the abstract and search the same thing. And now I have quite a lot of results. So probably, let me check. Around 106. So 106 abstracts within my list use the word findings. And this is useful because when I am analyzing my results later on, when I'm synthesizing my results, my findings, I would need to find such words. And that now once I have that, I could just select only these papers. Okay, if I just select these papers, go here, and copy these results here, I know I will find findings within this this content. So similarly, you can use the same concept. Instead of say click select all again, and then say challenge. So when I select challenge, there are similarly a subset of documents or abstracts that are using the term challenge. So this way you can kind of start analyzing your keywords and start analyzing your results. So the way I would do is, first of all, like I said in the earlier lectures as well, is we would shortlist, first of all, shortlist the results based upon title. Okay, so the first level of screening is with title. So whatever we do, let's do at the title first. So here, if I'm going to say, I only want to know papers that have dashboard in the title. Okay. If I do this, I still get a lot of results. Let me just double check. No. Okay. No, something is not working here. Give me 1 minute. Okay. If I search dashboards, I get, how many results do I get? I get 436 results. So I had 1600 results to start with. If my focus is that one of the most important keyword for my research is dashboards, and that has to be in the title, I use this option, and it reduces my list to 400. Okay, so let me just select this and copy it to another spreadsheet. So I now, in this spreadsheet, I only have 437 results. Okay, so that's the first level of screening. Now imagine I want to focus on keywords. I want to focus on papers that are related to health. Okay, so I'll search health and see what do I get. So that has narrowed down the results to 20. So from 1600, I jumped to 20 in a matter of few minutes. Okay, so if my research paper was all about dashboards, and I wanted to categorize different types of dashboards for different industries, I would be able to so if my research was about summarizing different types of dashboards for different industries, if I do this approach, I can easily screen relevant papers based upon different disciplines. Okay, so let's go here again, and instead of health, let me search something else. Automobiles or automated. So my idea was to search if there are anything related to automobile dashboards. So I can see one here, but I got automated here. So I need to select all again and AUTOMO. So automobile, there are only 5 results. So I know there are 5 papers that are talking about automated or automobile dashboards. So similarly, what you need to do is look for, have a think about how you are going to, have a think about how you are going to analyze your data, what keywords that are out there that you would like to use. And if you have a thought, even if you look at your research questions, when you're making the research questions, you would have given a thought. For example, using one research question, you want to find out what are the different techniques, for example, for doing something. So if your research is about finding different ways or different mechanisms of analyzing data, or data analytics, or artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, whatever that may be, if one of your research question is which technique is used, you can use that name, the title, the name of that technique in Excel, and look for relevant papers in that way. So doing this thing will help a lot in making your search results manageable, and picking out the relevant information that you need to make your results more valuable and basically easy to use. Okay, what else is here? Select all. All right. So maybe if you also want, in the previous sheet, we worked on like literally all the keywords, all the entire list. If you have narrowed down your list to say 400 papers now, yeah, so you can do the same thing with a shorter subset. If you have multiple keywords, multiple search strings for different keywords, you can for different research questions, you could use that and follow the same process to help you manage this large volume of papers that you're going to use, and use this effectively, because by doing this you'll make sure that you don't miss out on anything. Yeah. And the only things to remember here is look for your title, abstract, keywords, and indexed keywords. So those are the 4 things. And if you want to run it year by year, like I had shown you in this document here, where my student has kind of categorized these papers based upon different years, you could even do that. You already have the year listed in this document, in these cells here. One thing that you can also do is, for example, in this, there are these are the 2020 papers still here. You can use forward snowballing and reverse snowballing to find out any other relevant papers that might be there that you could use. Okay. How you do that, I'll show you quickly, because this is also relevant. If I search blockchain food agriculture since 2020, or I can give a custom range 2020, so just for 1 year, I can see this paper is cited by 8 papers. Yeah. And I can see the papers that have cited these, and these would be newer papers compared to this paper, because this is published earlier, and some of these papers have used these papers or cited these papers. So this approach is helpful for finding out any other papers that you may be missing out on. Okay. And similarly, the other way is to look for the references within the papers that you have already selected. So that is these papers. So check the references from these papers, and also then check which other papers have cited this paper. So by doing these things, you will improve a lot on how you will be able to get the most out of analyzing your spreadsheet, analyzing the results of your search volume, search content. Okay, I think that is all I wanted to share in this session today. So what I hope you all can do today is, if you have got your search results, come up with a search results evaluation strategy. And what I mean by results evaluation strategy is, how are you going to study these results? Okay, so I have shown you how you can do this. So give it a try. See how you can come up with easier ways to analyze your data. And once you have a manageable size of results, then you can even print those, like I showed you how you can create that list with the author, with the abstract and the title, and then can scribble on top of it as well. So once you have the refined kind of a shortened refined list, you can then go and read through the abstract for further evaluation and selection to kind of finalize your selections for your research papers. And this is a very important step, because whatever you do from this point onwards will be dependent upon this selection. So if your selection of papers is incorrect or incomplete or not thorough, then the rest of the paper, your evaluation of this, your synthesis of the results will all be weak. So spend a good amount of time doing this properly to ensure that you do not miss out on any important papers. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you very much for listening to this talk, and I hope you all can apply these ideas and have a final version of your of your research papers, so that you can then begin the next step. So on that note, thank you very much. If you have any questions, please post that on the community, and I will answer them later today. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.